I am going to give people honor, right? Honor is not something that is, sometimes honor, kind of like submission, we've kind of turned those into, honor your husbands, right? Like that's the only time we really, honor we use these words to kind of try to, submit to your husbands, honor your husbands. We use those words. And then sometimes in contexts, we kind of delegate them to one area. But honor is really, I give every single person. And I also call every single person into the way that I relate to them in an honoring manner, right? And so I want to honor every single person, and I want to put them at a level that I say, you are important, and I care about what you feel, what you think, and the way you experience me. I care about how you live life, and I want to show you that I honor you. And so a lot of times that can be just in the way that we relate to them. It's kind of like something so simple is, it's like getting back to people in texts, which I'm terrible at. Let me tell you something. Every example that I give here is basically just what I've been terrible at in my life. Like this whole teaching is just about how I've done terrible at it, right? So I know, anyways, I'm just telling you. But it's kind of it's just a little example, and I know there's so much bigger things for us, but it's so funny. Like in my life, I don't really respect text very much, or didn't used to, right? And, whatever. And I won't get back to you, or I just forget to text you back, and whatever. And then one day it's just kind of like, I don't remember, through situations and examples, it's kind of like, you know what? That's just a little action every single time that I want to be an honorable person, right? And even in my deeds and the way that I treat people. Now, look, I totally understand that if I'm working and I can't, I don't feel the text come through, I'm not going to read it, right? I'm working, I'm doing things, I can't get to it. But as far as my own conscience goes, if I know I have time that I can, text you back and reply, and I don't do that, it's that I've lowered your priority in my life. It's just the honest thing. And I'm just like, and if it's as simple as, I can't get back to you right now, but I will. I've started to try to do that a little bit in my life, because when the people send me the novels, 50,000, there's 50,000 words and you have to scroll. A lot of times I'm not going to read that till like the evening when I can sit down and look at this, because you're spewing all of your stuff. But it's kind of like, oh, Lord of mercy, not another novel. But I'm be like, okay, when I have the emotional ability, I will get back to you, right? I will get back to you. And it's the simple action of showing that person, I honor your time. I honor that you're speaking to me. I honor that. And you know what? If other people don't, it's whatever. But it's these little actions. It's me showing up when I say I'll show up. It's me, communicating to you when I communicate to you. It's showing these honor. And in all of our relationships, the question that I'm asking is, am I showing the right honor, right? In the church, a lot of us have, women get put down because, oh, you're supposed to be silent or whatever. And I'm going, we're supposed to honor them in the same way. So what does it look like for us to honor what God has given them? What does it look like for us to honor what God's putting on people's lives? What does it look like when we see something happening in that person's life? We see God working in their life, and we go, how am I going to honor that? Because that's God in that person, right? And even if that person that I'm dealing with is dishonorable, right? Even if that person isn't relating well, that doesn't change that I actually honor them, because they're still created in the image of God. And Jesus was terribly dishonored by people. And they were, falsely accused and murdered. That's about as bad as it gets. But yet, he never showed disrespect. He never dishonored them. That's crazy to me. I would have got down right in the muck and just thrown it right back at him. But Jesus didn't, right? And so in our relationships, do people know, do I have a reputation that I'm going to be honorable in every situation? Because if you come to me and you say, hey, bro, these words that you said and these actions you did, they were actually really hurtful to me. And maybe you didn't know it, but they were. And if you know that I'm going to honor you even when you're giving me hard things, then that anxiety of trying to be truthful and keep our connection healthy, if you know I'm going to totally just throw all the honor out the door and start, throwing things back at you, then you're not going to feel comfortable come talking to me. But if you know this guy upholds people in honor no matter what they throw at him, then you'll be comfortable to come, and then we will be able to have a healthier relationship.